Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. And as you might be able to tell, I'm really excited. The reason I'm really excited is because I had this delivery this morning, and as you might know, if you follow the blog, if you follow the channel, we're not going back to Denmark this year, which I have sort of mixed emotions about. So I thought I'd treat myself to some of the goodies that we Scandinavians have around Christmas time. And there is a brilliant site for that called Scandikitchen. I'll leave a link down below so you can check them out. They basically stock most treats from Scandinavia. And I made an order on close to midnight on the 13th of December, which was the cut-off date to get it in time for Christmas. And I received it today and I'm really happy. So I thought I'd show you some of these, just to give you a brief idea in terms of what we have for our actual Christmas meal. As you know, we eat it on the 24th in the evening rather than on the 25th. Most people in Denmark eat either duck or roast pork with crackling, and turkey is very rare. Then we have often like red cabbage, these little peeled potatoes that you then glaze in like a caramel, which is delicious. And then a really yummy sauce to go with it all. And then for dessert we have a traditional dish called riz à l'amande, which is very French actually, nothing to do with Scandinavia, which is basically like a rice pudding that's then mixed with vanilla, whipped cream and chopped up almonds. So you get this quite fluffy dish that is then served with a hot cherry sauce. So that's what we normally have at Christmas, but as we like to have loads of Christmas lunches throughout December, as well as in between Christmas and New Year's, we do eat a lot of open sandwiches, which you might know, which is often rye bread with various toppings. And some of them I have here. Let's see, this one is actually, because Scandikitchen is also a shop in the centre of London, where you can go and get the food and eat in their cafe. So they do stuff as well. So this is like a seafood cocktail type salad, which is really delicious. It's like creamy seafood salad with prawns, fish, dill and lime. So I look forward to that on a piece of toast with a bit of lemon, bit of salt and pepper. Fish and seafood is quite big in Scandinavia, and you might have heard that we like to eat herring. I picked a marinated one here, which is quite a classic one. I would have that with this beetroot creamy salad. You're thinking, yeah, no thanks. I hope you don't. It is delicious, but you know, it's a bit like, you know, if you've never had sushi before, you know, you want to try it but you're not sure. It's a bit like that, because the marinated herring is basically raw, so and that's just with onion, this one. And then my absolute favourite one is this one in a curry marinade. I don't know what you're thinking now, but it is yummy. Luckily Caspian has tried this and he really likes it, so I know that he is my boy. So that I will have on rye bread with some fresh onions as well, between Christmas and New Year, and I will be a very happy bunny. Then I got this. I mean, all of that I will luckily, probably not the seafood salad, but the rest of it I'll probably have to myself, because Daddy Longlegs is not a fan of herring, or beetroot, so that's all mine. But he will share in this, which is a remoulade sauce. It's a bit like a sweet mayonnaise pickled kind of sauce, which goes really well with fish, especially sort of the type of battered fish or fish in breadcrumbs. As you can see, actually is on the front here on a piece of rye bread. So we have that, or it goes really well with slices of rare roast beef. and then you add some of, here, some of these. These I got actually at Tesco's and not from Scandikitchen, but they do sell them as well. It's crispy onions. So those two on top of some rare roast beef and bread is yummy. Then I might have gone a bit overboard with these. I like sort of pickle stuff, and that's very big in Scandinavia as well as in Eastern Europe. So there's pickled beetroot, goes really well in a pate, as does these. They're white cucumber I learned. I had to look it up. We call them esha, and I didn't know what they were called in English, so I had to look it up. It's apparently white cucumber that's then been sliced and pickled. Again, goes really well with Scandinavian meatballs, as does this, which is a cucumber, sliced cucumber. I might be able to spot them in there. Again, in sort of a vinegary marinade. Also goes well with roast pork, that type of thing. Really, I'm so looking forward to this. This is the sliced, grated, I think it's actually, cooked red cabbage salad that we have on Christmas Eve with our meat and our potatoes. You heat it up and it's quite sweet, vinegary type thing, and made from red cabbage. So you can make this yourself fairly easily, so there's loads of recipes online if you want to try it. Or you can be lazy like me and just buy a jar and heat it up. Then we move on to the sweeter side of things. I got some Danish Christmas cookies. These are directly translated vanilla wreaths, vanillekranse, and peonødder, which is we directly translated as pepper nuts, and they're basically sort of tiny gingerbread biscuits, and as the name suggests, these are vanilla ones. They're very lovely and Christmassy, and I can't wait to enjoy these with a nice cup of tea or hot chocolate between Christmas and New Year's. So yeah, there you go. Another treat from Scandinavia, this time from Sweden, are the cinnamon rolls. We call them kanelgifler. Yep. Try and say that. And yeah, so they're little, Caspian likes these. I get them when we're in Denmark, and they just go, he stuffs a whole one in his mouth and goes, whoop. So yeah, they're a hit. Daddy Longlegs like these as well, so I might need to make those. And then I got some pre-made rice pudding, which we normally have in my family anyway, we used to have it on the eve of the 23rd, because you would need to make this in advance in order to use it for the rice pudding dessert on the 24th. And you have it heated up with sugar and cinnamon mix on top and a bit of butter, and then you often drink Christmas beer with it. But I didn't know if I could get all the ingredients to make it myself, so I stocked up and bought 3 pre-made ones, and I thought we can have some. I'm sure Caspian will like this, and I'm sure a lot of kids will. They're just like this with the cinnamon and the butter, and then I'll use one of them to make that traditional dessert, because I don't like Christmas pudding that you have here. Sorry. That's the cherry sauce, so you can have that hot and cold with the dessert. I prefer it warm with the cold, fluffy, creamy ris à l'amande. So that's it. And then I got a huge bag of these, which are äppelskiver. So they're like, we call them apple dumplings, but actually there's no apple in them at all. So, and my mum recently sent me an article, which I haven't had a chance to read, that they weren't even called that in Denmark to begin with. My mum makes these normally at Christmas time, and they're much better than any store-bought ones, but as she's not here, I went for this as a substitute, because you do need a special pan to cook these. A bit like pancakes, like round, fluffy pancakes, and you dip them in icing sugar and jam, and then you eat them when they're hot. So I'll take some out, put the rest in the freezer, and we'll have some of those later on today. And then I got myself some salty licorice. Again, Daddy Dumplings will not like these. Oh my! But yeah, I can't find proper salty licorice anywhere over here except for SCANDIKITCHEN, so I got those. And then one of my favourite things to do at Christmas time is make my own chocolates, marzipan. And it's not the marzipan you know, so if you don't like marzipan, you have to try this. It's so different to sort of what you can get over here. But I use this to shape a little pieces of chocolate, some nougat as well that you can put inside, and then I cover them in white and dark chocolate and maybe nuts or some other decorations. So yeah, that was my big box of treats. If you have any questions or if there's any of the products you'd like to know more about, just leave me a note in the comments below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And I hope you might be open to trying some of this. If so, I'll make sure that there's recipes on the blog, scandimommy.com. And thank you so much for watching, and as we say in Denmark, glædelig jul!